All right. I think today is a 2-video day. If you haven't already watched the Simplifying Fractions with No Variables video, you might want to watch that one first. That should give you some hints on how to deal with multiplying and dividing and reducing fractions. So what we have here is question 17D. The first thing I'm going to do is not division. I do not like to divide one fraction by another fraction. I like to use multiplication. And the way that you change division to multiplication is you simply flip the second fraction over to its reciprocal. Now, I still have a lot of students that would cross off these 12s. They might cross off these x squared. They might cross off this x and that x. Do not stop. These fractions all have secret parentheses that say that we must subtract first. We must subtract first. And since these are not like terms, we can't do any subtraction. So our only choice is to factor and reduce by canceling common factors. And remember, that's our goal. Right now, this fraction looks really messy. Our goal is to cancel out all of the common factors and reduce these fractions so they are much simpler. So the first thing I have to do is factor everything. So let me write that down. Step 1, factor. Step 2, cancel common factors. That's it. That's all we do for the whole chapter. Factor and cancel common factors. So the first one, a 6 goes into both 12x and 18. In the bottom one, what multiplies to give me negative 15 and adds to give me negative 2? The answer is minus 5 and x plus 3. This one's a little more tricky to factor. The first thing we need to do is pull out the 3. And down here, what multiplies to give us negative 12 and adds to give us negative 1. Still not done. I still need to factor some more. What multiplies to give us negative 4 and adds to give us negative 3. X minus 4, x plus 1 over x minus 5, x plus 3, x minus 4, x plus 3. I have factors all over the place. Notice that there are no plus signs now between all these parentheses. Yes, there are minus signs and plus signs inside parentheses, but entire factors match up perfectly. I'm not just canceling the 4, I'm not just canceling the x, I'm canceling the entire factor. I'm also not trying to multiply all this stuff together. Do not distribute all of these things. That will just end up back where we started with a bunch of expressions or quadratics that are not factored. And I can't reduce them if they are not factored. Division is the opposite of multiplying, so I need to make sure that everything is multiplied, and then I can divide in whatever order that I want to. How many times does x minus 4 go into x minus 4? 1 time. So that's a 1. And that's a 1. And 1 times anything stays that. So my final answer is actually gigantic. 6. 2x minus 3. I can move this 3 out here because I like to have my numbers together. Over x minus 5 and x plus 3. And I don't want to write both of them, so I'm just going to write x plus 3 squared. That means there are 2 of them. All right. Keep up the good work. Keep practicing. Thank you.